Hey folks, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are back here with Late Age Olm. It's turn 31, and we got a couple turns to do this episode. So we got some gems from Kailasa. This was for... Oh god. Did I send them something this turn? I can't honestly remember. I know I probably gave him some. Oh, this is for Alquills. I sent him Alquills last turn. And then, yeah, Alquills. Basically, we're whoring ourselves out for Alquill money. Which kind of sucks because we would like the research, but we don't have enough air gems. I don't know. The real problem is we don't have enough earth gems. And I'm basically subsidizing my earth income with Alquill selling. And I would rather not do that. I would rather keep the Alquills, but more important is that I get Earth Gems to get a large number of hammers. Because hammers, once I hit Construction 6, are what are going to be the engine of my economy. And they are going to power me up, hopefully to Construction 8 very quickly. And then after that, we're going to get some of these other things. But, yeah. So, this turn, we're forging, well... We'll do the events. There's not much happening. Yes is now on top of Bod's capital. He's got Corbiots. Seos? I don't know where those are from, but... A bunch of air elementals. What the hell are these? Swame? There you go, figure out what these things are. Pretty sure he doesn't get to recruit these. What the hell are those? Pretenders of the World. Let's take a look at Yes, see if we can... I don't think these are recruitable. I think he's buying these with gems. But what do I know about Yes and D? Not very much. Okay. Kernel Druid. Okay, we're going to have to figure out what those things are. I have no idea. Anyway, we're not going to do that here. But otherwise, not much happened. Some events, most of them bad, as they are. And we have basically set up this turn. I had moved here with my dragon, and that was so that if Relay had attacked, and Relay didn't, they pulled their stuff out. If they attacked here, I was going to kill their whole stack by magic phasing on top of them, because that's something we can do. And now we're going to go for the final killing blow on Tartary. And so basically we're just having our dragon come in here. We've got some fluffers coming in. These two fine ladies, or lady and gentleman. And a bunch of crossbows in the back. The problem, we don't have wolves anymore. So we're going to eat a big fucking lance charge. It's going to suck. It's going to suck a lot. Yeah, we could put these guys here on hold and attack rear. That's probably would have been better. I'd probably put these guys here. I don't know. I kind of want just to keep these guys out as long as possible because they're just... My crossbows are going to murder them. It's basically what it is. Anyway. We'll see what happens. Trying to think what else we've got. Oh, the script for the fluffing, it's basically quickness, moss, body, ethereal. Those are the big ones. Importantly, we're forging a Staff of Gaia here. In the Staff of Gaia, that gives us primal power, which gives 4 strength to animals. And that's going to be very important because we're getting a lot of wolves. And we've turned our capital back onto wolf herd production, and I think it's going to stay on that for most of the game. Because with these wolf artifacts we have, our wolves are actually going to be a very good distraction. We can use them to good effect. And once I get more construction too, I can have kind of cheesy dudes lead the wolves. You know, like some guy with a ring of returning, and then he has the Staff of Gaia, and I don't know. has something else that's super cheesy. I don't think the Staff of Gaia has any special... Yeah. It's not terribly special in and of itself, like for either hitting people or zapping people with spells. But it will buff up our wolves. And we talked about that a lot last episode. So anyway, that's basically what's happening. We're having a big fight here. We're also preparing, and it looks like you might be thinking, why are these guys are fighting in a war over here? They're getting attacked by Rotterdam. And you might be asking, why are they not massing up troops on my border when I'm massing up troops on theirs? And the answer is because all my guys are stealthy. We are all hanging out completely stealthy. And the reason is because I don't want him to have any idea that this is coming. And this turn, I was thinking next turn I go out. Like next turn I issue the attack orders. But as we're about to talk about next turn, I'm not going to do that because I don't have quite enough siege strength. This fort has 250 wall strength. It's probably with the defenders, like these 30 guys who are in here, plus the defenders in there, it's probably going to have like 35, 40 siege defense. And because of that, I really need to do like 280, 290 damage to reliably take it down turn one. My dragon, who's going to be on top of it, he's going to have a bonus from being out of, like a malice from being out of dominion of like -5. So this number is actually going to be a good deal lower. Yeah, it's probably going to be more like 10. So anyway, yeah, we're going to need a fair amount of strength, and I'm not going to have it next turn. But we're basically getting ready to elf these guys. We don't have an app with them. And we're going out to site search a bit more. I realized there's a fair amount of I haven't actually searched air very much. Just what Walter's been doing. And fire, I haven't searched great. Water, in nature, we're working on. Every person that can, or all of our Jade Amazons are coming out, and they're going to site search air or nature water. But we're going to try to clean this up, especially with air and fire. So anyway, that's something we're doing. I'm trying to think if there's too much else we need to talk about. We've got this set up as another blood hunting colony here. This fort's finished up here, and we're upgrading it. And we're moving these guys down here to this throne. I just don't want to look very appetizing to Vanheim. And yeah, that's basically it. Here we're preaching. Hopefully we get our Dominion up and get this damn Cult of Gaia out. This fort we're upgrading. It'll be done next turn. We're going to go ahead and make a citadel out of this, which will be kind of fun. We can look at this. It's 490. We're about to pull up next turn. Let's see what it is. 490. Did we hit 500? That's the question literally everybody is waiting to know the answer to. Did we hit 500? We did. We hit 525 from upgrading it. And our scales may have changed some too, because you can see our better scales coming in. And yeah, we're upgrading it again to be a citadel this turn. Though it'll take 3 months to finish. And we've got this fort. It's coming up. Oh, we have a big battle. So we'll watch this. There's not too much, basically a bunch of archers. I actually don't have it scripted super great. It's also in a cave. But my dragon's all buffed up. This is not... These guys... You know, I've said it many times before now, but these guys are good when we overwhelm their numbers. But like this, going into PD against these horse tribe they have shields, we don't. They fire faster, we have no armor. We actually are very bad. These are the absolute wrong troops for this. But they're the troops we have. And the goal is that hopefully... These guys are kind of percolating to the front. But this group here, these are the... Guys, after fighting Tartary, I have some very good ideas on how to play them. I think they can just be ridiculous. I think what you do is you get an expander, and I'm not an expander person, but I think you get an expander with these guys, you just expand like crazy, and you get some crazy province you shouldn't have, you know, in somebody's cap circle or something. and you PD dump it, and they're gonna have to fight all these freaking the fact that you get these cataphracts as part of every single PD dump is crazy. You compare it to like what Ulm gets in a PD dump, we get basically hot garbage. So they've completely routed this set of crossbowmen, and they're running back, and our dragon's coming in and very quickly stomping the Bakemono, who are now about to run. These guys have now had enough. They've been shot to pieces by the crossbowmen. And just as the Bakemono are running, my dragon is about to turn tail. And you can see these Jade Amazons sitting here like a boss with 140 fatigue. Like, I don't give a shit. She's pretty buffed up. She's got the Shield of Valor, so she has air shield. She's body ethereal. 21 protection with liquid body. Does not have moss body on her, but you know. I think she also has Twist Fate. So yeah, she's fine. So now it's a little bit evened out. We have their horses who are about out of ammo, our guys who still have ammo, and now they run in to our dragon. And this is not going to go terribly well for them. And my dragon's barely even getting hit. He's like 450 HP. Now, I want you to know, I did go and test this. If I could do this without... Oh, she's actually routed. If I could do this without bringing the army, like, could I just send my dragon in? And the short answer is no. He would get walloped. Even with all these buffs on him. It's just... I didn't test it in darkness, but I'm pretty sure he still would have gotten walloped. And unfortunately, she's flying, so she's going to run off the battlefield in a second. Or fly off. There she goes. Yoink. He's taking off. I wonder how many kills he has so far. 429? Yeah, he's been an absolute unit this game. We found a magic site too, an ancient temple. We got a small little death basket from Hinnom. We got 30 blood slaves, 2 pearls, and 15 fire gems, which it doesn't seem like that much. But 15 fire gems, that's basically like... I mean, we're going to be making lanterns for 2 gems per. It's like 8 lanterns. Soon, it will be. Message from Hinnom. I know you don't like death baskets, but you were very nice to me this game, so I'm sending you half of the gems. I couldn't research a way to spend. The other half went to Yis's new neighbor, Helheim. Okay. I don't remember... Actually, oh, he's out of the game. I can't really send him a message. But that is the kind of death basket that it's probably okay to give. The kind you can't spend, you should try to trade them away. But he spent almost everything he had fighting Hinnom. I mean, fighting Yes. But I was forging him gear and talking with him, so... Yeah, Morvarks are just oppressive. They are so oppressive. All right. We got some air gems and earth gems from Old Oceania. These were for water gems. I sent him like 16 water last turn. We are trying to keep him in the game as long as we can before Atlantis comes over here. And ideally, I get the rest of Spain and Portugal before Oceania finishes, because once Atlantis finishes, they're probably going to come up here and claim it. But I've got to knock through these Ivy Kings, which are going to be super freaking annoying. So anyway, we're going to set up camp here, and I think these guys will just kill them by volley of, just by crossbow volley. But I'm always a little suspicious. So we'll see. Because they're going to have to deal with Swarm. There's going to be a lot of friendly... It's going to be messy. Whatever. We're just going to take it. Can I get... I don't really want to spend 300 gold. In other news, we can see Rotterdam has taken this fort from Sawaki. And hopefully these guys end up having a fight, because we are very close. We're like 3 turns away from taking these guys' cap. And I was going to go this turn. I'll show you the math I was calculating. So we've got 200 siege strength here. Now that is going to include all the commanders, and it's going to include these guys. We have 18 of these dudes, and they're 1.2 strength apiece. So we'll just call it like 22 siege strength. And then plus not all the commanders are coming, so we'll call it 25. So we're 175, and these guys were also going to come. But again, not everybody, because like this guy wouldn't be coming, but most everybody. We'll call this 75. So 75 plus 175 is going to give us 250. And 250 plus our dragon, who would be there, is going to be, like 260. But we need like 280. And we can do that, but I'm going to need, definitely going to need Home Slice Extraordinaire, these wolves that we're bringing in from here. So we've got 40 more wolves, and these wolves are, I think they're 0.8 siege strength. So, yeah, it's going to be about like 32 or something. I don't know. That'll put us right up to the threshold where we have a shot at one turn popping it. And the way it should play out is I'm going to magic phase with my dragon in there. Ideally, I magic phase. We're going to move this guy the turn before I magic phase right here, so that he'll be able to be present in magic, like body ethereal, my god. Not that it's particularly going to matter, but he'll be able to. And then, and we're also, this lady here, Kara, flying up here, she'll probably be the one that same turn to fly up here. And we'll have another one here, so I guess I could site search this instead. Is this coming out this turn, right? Yeah, it's we can probably move here with Kara. Anyway, we're gonna have one of the Jade Amazons. We'll probably just move the items through the lab. Jump out here and basically fluff my god with quickness and stuff. And if we one turn pop it, they're not even going to know what army I have on top, so they're not even going to know what to do to mobilize. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to send our god in and kill everything. The only thing I don't really have a plan for is these Priestesses of Ruin. Let's take a look at them. I don't really have a plan to dispatch them. Where are they? They're not very good, though. They could make like little fire elementals, and those could really hurt my wolves. I'm not very worried about that. And if they kill my wolves, I don't really care. The wolves will have done their job. We're probably going to keep the wolves. So what's going to happen? They're going to move next turn. We're going to move everybody here. We're going to have like 300 or 400 dudes on top of this fort. They're going to be stealthy. And then we're going to sneak them here. And I've already checked the PD. They don't have... they hardly have any PD. You can see he's got 6. He's got 6 PD everywhere. So that's not enough to catch anything unless he's patrolling. And he has wolves here, so he may be patrolling. But we'll see. If he catches us, he catches us. And then... what are we going to do? We'll just be like, I guess we're at war. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much we can do if he's patrolling. I don't have anybody who can sneak move over there, I don't think. Not really. But there's a very decent chance, if he's not patrolling with much, that we end up killing whatever's in here and then taking control of the province, which would be fine. But yeah, anyway, ideally we move these guys here, and then the next turn they move here, and then on the turn they're going to move from here to here. We're going to magic phase our god in, and then boop, he's in deep shit. And then we're going to have a quickened, very angry dragon running all over the thing. Now, you may say to yourself, well, this is going to be enemy dominion, and it's going to have a lot of candles. It's going to be like 8 dominion strength, 9 dominion strength. Your god's going to be really weak. Not really. Our god is going to be, first of all, he's going to be coming in with probably like 440, maybe even more HP, 450. So that's for round 1. But round 2, he's going to lose. So if you look at it right now, his current Dominions plus base HP is 190. But we've already got an additional 200 HP in terms of the HP from this. So he'll have really low MR, and he's going to probably lose most of his base HP. Like, this will probably only be worth like 30 or 40. But he's already got 200 base, so he's still going to be like, I don't know, 240 or something. I don't know. In high enemy Dominion. We're already high enough there where that's a thing. We're going to swap this out so that he probably gets not an amulet of missile protection, but probably like to deal with air elementals. So like a storm spool. And it's going to be the same thing that Tartary had to deal with, which is my god's going to rout all your guys, and we're going to have a bunch of guys shooting at you. So you have to kill us before, he kills all of y'all. And that's exactly what we're planning on doing. So we'll do that, and then we're also preparing. We're going to do strikes here if we can. If Rotterdam takes this, I'm probably going to forward position these guys up here and try to cut them off. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is say this will be our boundary, and then Rotterdam can get this stuff. I don't really want to attack Rotterdam because I don't really want his land. Like, all of this stuff I'm not very interested in. I could make a deal with Atlantis where he gets some of it and I get some of it. And I'm sure Atlantis would want to do that once Oceania falls. Because for him, it's free land and it's a war. We're like two very big players eating a small one. But I don't love this land because it's very vulnerable to, coastal raiding, as is basically all of Europe. So anyway, we've got the Staff of Gaia built this turn. I actually have it equipped on somebody. I probably can just leave it off for now. No, we'll leave it on. But yeah, here it is. So wolves in this are going to get invulnerability 15 and a bonus 4 strength. So they're going to be pretty darn killy wolves. These are like good wolves now, and we're going to be having a lot of them. Yeah, I'm trying to think too if there's anything. No, I don't think so. Anyway, it would be good to have a way to kill these ladies before, because there's going to be a few guys in here. I think the other thing we can tell is from looking at the research graph here. These guys have all of their guys, or at least last turn, they had all of their guys out of the lab. Their research flattened off, so they're off to war using all their dudes. So I think this part of the kingdom is basically evacuated. And now that they're fighting Rotterdam, they're probably pulling their guys down here. So whenever we make the move, it's going to completely bamboozle them. They're going to be in deep, deep trouble. And it's a little risky that Vanheim's going to come in and vulture and bump me. So I've got to be a little careful of that. But otherwise, things seem to be going okay. Some bad news we have is that apparently Patala. They have already hit construction 6. So they're already trying to sell lanterns on the open market, which is not good because I'm racing to get to construction 8 because there's certain artifacts I really want. So anyway, I need to get there in a hurry. So we're going to have to pick it up, but I feel like our research is really starting to scale. We've got the 2 Skull Mentors going. We've got the Alquils turned on like full speed. You can see we're making 3 Alquils a turn. We're making 2 hammers a turn. Next turn, I should be able to make another. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make another 2, but that's okay. We're kind of getting to hammer critical mass anyway. Yeah, so our research is really picking up. Like if we look at the graph, it's really inflecting up, and it's going to go even farther. Right now we're at 700 a turn. We almost hit construction 5. And yeah, so hopefully it's going to be... Let's see. If it... I forget the... I wish there was a table for this. Anyway, we'll find out. I think it's what, 20... I can never remember. Anyway, we're getting pretty close. I think we're like 3 turns away from construction 6. Or like 3, maybe 4 turns. And once we have that, oh boy, things are going to go nuts. We're going to be slamming hammers, guys. Like, I mean, not hammers. We're going to be slamming lanterns. Like, easily as many as we have fire mages. And they're 2 gems a pop, which means we're going to turn this into like 40 lanterns. We're going to be up at like, within not very long, we're going to be up at like 2,000 research. And right now we're only at 700. And when that happens, we're just going to completely bust through all the way up to construction 8. And I don't think there's a problem going Conjuration 5. Once I hit 6, I may decide to cancel this and just haul ass, because there's actually kind of cool stuff at 7. We get Temper Army, which I can do. It's a little weird, but it's something we can do. We get Weapons of Sharpness, so basically nobody's going to be able to thug our dudes. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good things that come here. I don't think Golem Construction we could also do too, to have magic phase stuff if we wanted to, but I think my pearls may be better spent saving up for some of these like, we're going to need the Gem of Creation, we're going to need a Tomb of High Power. Right there, that's already like 70 pearls. And our income's good, so it's going to be... you know, we're going to have plenty of pearls to spend, but I'm not sure. I don't know if we might make 1 golem. Sometimes it's nice having a golem. But anyway, that's basically it. We had, you know, I guess this was the highlight, this battle here. We'll watch it one more time. The heavy cap charge coming in, just punishing my dudes. Crossbows routing him. The Bakemono rushing forward, only to get slammed by my dragon. The other thing, and what I'm planning on with my dragon, so having him here is going to be nice because it's a really high Dominion province, so when he magic phases in. But we don't have any corpses here. I think I went back and checked. I think there were like 18 corpses last turn. So here we've got a ton, but we're probably going to run out. I'm patrolling it down to hopefully turn some of this unrest into corpses, but you never know how that goes. We're recruiting a few more militia too, so I can patrol better. And I'm going to need... We're bringing him... I wanted to site search this, but I want to blood hunt here more so that I can generate some corpses. Because we're just going to... We need corpses to feed our dragon, if we can. I don't want him running dry. You got to keep those meat on these bones. But when he's here this turn, he's going to basically hang out. And I'm trying to think. I wonder how many corpses were over here. I might go back and check. This might have more corpses, but it doesn't have good dominion. But it would spread my dominion. Where's this guy going? It's fine. It may be better to come over here. I'm going to pause it. We'll go check. Yeah. So I don't know. I went back pretty far, and we didn't have a death mage here for a long time to see how many corpses are there. So I know there's probably at least 1 turn worth of corpses here. So we're going to come here, and then hopefully we patrol out and kind of generate some more. But you never know. But anyway, once we're here, our dragon's going to empower himself again in blood. We're just eking out those turns to get our vampires ready. And yeah, once we're blood 3, we'll start making vampires. But the way I'm seeing this, we get here, empower, Next turn, oh, you know, we might empower again. We'll empower twice because next turn we get here, everybody's going to be here. We're going to be ready to go. We empower that turn, and the turn we're empowering, these guys are sneaking onto this. The next turn we empower again. Boom, we're on this province now, and he's now blood 3. Now he'd like to summon a vampire, but ain't nobody got time for that. We're going to go ahead and magic phase onto Sawaki, and then hopefully we storm it the next turn. And meanwhile, we're getting an army to go on top of this. And we're raiding here, and then we're going to be raiding. So, but anyway, the important thing for my dragon is he's going to empower to blood 3. Then he's going to magic phase on top of this, storm it. So that's going to waste 2 turns. Then he's going to be ready to start casting. So potentially, this is going to be the home of a lot of my vampire counts. Yeah, Sawaki. So anyway, that's the plan. And I don't... Did we... Oh, we actually got to see their research, yeah. And we don't know what their research is. I've been asking. I haven't been able to find it. I need to ask Rotterdam what his research is. The worst thing would be if he air elemental dumped me, but I kind of don't think he's doing that. I think he's going evocation, and then probably air elementals next. But we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.